have been scouring the internet high and low looking for home decor items. I have bought so many things and returned them, and I would like to save you guys the trouble, so just telling you the items that I bought and kept that are good, approved by this designer for your home and my home. Hi everyone, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. If you are new here, my name is Sandy, and on this channel we talk about pursuing a career in interior design, and we talk about home decor. And today's video falls on the home decor side of things. I am talking about designer approved home decor items from Amazon. I am super delighted about these items. I own all of them myself, and they have definitely upgraded my space, and I want to help you upgrade your space too. So keep on watching. First item are planters. I got these planters from Amazon. These are white planters with a gold base. They're really pretty. I like the two sizes that they come in, and they look great. I currently have a snake plant in one, actually faux plants in both of them, and I have a bird of paradise in the other. I really like the varying heights, and they're just so sleek and simple. I very specifically wanted something white with gold legs. These were great. They also have this really nice texture look to them on the outside of the planter. It's like almost looks a little bit marbled a little bit, but more like it's a stone and less like it's plastic, because I think they actually are plastic. They're really lightweight, which makes them feel probably like a little bit on the cheaper side, but I was okay with that because I'm really just on it for look. They don't move anywhere. They're just stationary. I don't really touch them often. They just look really nice. So if you're looking for some reasonably priced planters, these come in a set of 2 and they look really, really good. Now let's talk about the plants I have in the planters. I got these from Amazon too. I have this really nice faux bird of paradise that most of the time people think is real. I was a little concerned about getting like a big fake plant. Like small fake plants you can get away with, but I was really worried that the big one would look like too fake. But it doesn't. It looks pretty good. And the reason I got a fake plant is these are actually the only 2 fake plants in my house. I like having real plants, but our living room is dark, unfortunately. So, and birds of paradise do need much more sun than I was able to give it in the space that I wanted it in. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to get a fake one, because that way I won't have to water it ever. They live forever. That's why they're a little pricier than getting a real plant. I got this one. I like how tall it is. I think it's about like 5 or 6 feet tall. And something to note is that when you get the plant, half the leaves come on it, and then the other leaves you have to like stick in to the plant. I'll put in a clip so that you guys know what I'm talking about, but they kind of like pop out and you pop them in, which was okay. And then you just kind of like bend the branches and move them however you need to. Moving on to the snake plant, that honestly was literally like the easiest plant ever. I just took it out of the box and put it in the planter, and bam, there it was, standing looking gorgeous. I love it. It's on my favorite wall of the living room, and it just added the greenery that I needed, and I never ever have to water it. That's the fun thing about fake plants. If you do not have a green thumb, then fake plants are definitely the way to go, and these 2 are designer approved. So this item isn't really a decor item, but I use it to hang a mirror, and I had never heard of these until maybe just like a year ago, and I thought they were awesome. If you are someone who's not really handy, doesn't really have tools, but you want to hang things and you don't want to have to get like your nail and your hammer, I highly recommend these. These are called drywall hooks. I think they're called gorilla hooks. I will link all the stuff I'm talking about down below. They are like, they're kind of shaped like a question mark a little bit, and you just put them into the wall, and they create like a tension with the wall, and you're able to hang like pretty heavy things. I have a mirror hung on mine. Again, I'll put in a clip so that you guys know what I'm talking about, but all you have to do is like find your spot and just push it into the wall. You don't have to like nail or drill or nothing, none of that. They work perfectly. I love them. I am currently using them to hang 2 things in the house, and I'm gonna continue to use them to hang a lot of things. Next on the list is this black globe that I got. I like this a lot. It's so sexy. So one of the reasons I really wanted a globe is because I do not currently do a lot of traveling, but it is a goal too and I want to. So I wanted a globe there as aspiration to like remind me Also, I'm really bad at geography. I have no idea where things are. No idea where things are. I once embarrassingly thought that Scottsdale was the capital of like Scotland. It is in Arizona. That was embarrassing. Luckily, it was just like me and my friend and no one knew, except now the entire internet knows. So there's that. Anywho, to stop those faux pas, I like to know where things are. Also, this is gonna sound really silly, but the screensavers that I'll see on my computer are always really pretty, and I'm like, where is that? Where is that? And I write down where places are that I want to visit, and I like to look on the globe, spin it, and be like, okay, so that's there, and that's there. And this is not too far from here. I just like knowing where things are geographically. So I wanted a globe, and I didn't want a teacher-looking globe. You know, the one with like the blue water and the planets, not the planets, the continents are like this kind of clay color. It just looked too like if they belonged in a classroom, and I wanted something that was a little sleeker, but not necessarily antique, because some of the globes lean antique. This one was black, simple, small, and the water was all just black, and they were like a nice color, the continents, and I just thought it was really sexy. The base was sleek, it spins, it was just a nice decor piece, but also functional because it's a globe and it helps me get better at knowing that Scottsdale is not in Ireland or Scotland, wherever I thought it was. Flip clock. This item, I love it. It makes me acutely aware of what time it is, and I will explain why. So I wanted to have a clock because we don't have any clocks, and everybody uses their phone, and I'm not constantly wearing a watch. So I didn't want to have to look at my phone all the time because honestly, I'm kind of weird. I'm an anomaly. My phone is always like in a separate room. Right now it's here because I'm filming this video and I'm looking at my list, but normally my phone's like charging somewhere and then I am totally far away from it. So if you ever get arrested and you have like one phone call to make, do not call me. I will not pick up. You have been warned. You've been freaking warned. Anywho, moving on, because my phone is not always with me, I would have to like stretch my neck to look. It's such a first world problem. I'd have to like kind of like bounce up and look at the stove, or stretch and look at the stove, or ask somebody else what time it is. So I wanted a clock, but I didn't want an analog clock, and I don't necessarily like the look of digital clocks. So I was like, ooh, I want to get something like a retro, like kind of vintage looking. And I decided on a flip clock. I scoured the internet looking for flip clocks. Some looked a little too cheap, some were a little too pricey, and this one had the look kind of a digital clock, but it was flip, and I liked that, and I like how the numbers like flip down. I think it just looks cool. It's so silly, but it's a nice decor piece. It was a little pricier than I thought it would be. I guess because it's like retro or vintage or whatever. That's why, but it wasn't bad. I still got it, and I like it. Something to note, it's not loud. I wouldn't say it's loud, but it's hearable, it's audible. So when, obviously when the minute changes, the clock flips. But when the hour changes, there are 3 different spaces and all 3 flip at the same time and you hear it. Again, I'm not gonna say it's loud, but it's noticeable. Like on to lighting. This moon lamp is so cute. I think it'd actually probably be great for a kid's room. And I'm a kid at heart, so that's why I got one. I love how it's touchable, tappable, whatever. Touch sensor, that's the word. It's sensitive to touch. So I can tap underneath it and you tap it on, you can tap it off. It has 2 different light temperatures. So you can have like the more yellow looking moon or a more white light, and you can dim it. It also comes with a remote. So sometimes my roommate, she gets home later than me and I'm not always in the living room and it can be a little dark in there. So I'll like time it with what time I know she's getting home. So that way it'll still be on for her, but it'll turn off later. So you can set it to turn off in 15 minutes to 30 minutes, 45, and then I think 60. So it's chargeable, rechargeable, it's wireless, and it has a really nice texture to it. It really, really looks like the moon when you're like looking at it from afar. I think it's really cool. I like that about it. If you are, I don't know, an astrologist, not stars. I don't know, if you're someone who studies the moon, I don't know what that person would be called. or just a kid, someone who really likes that or lunar things. This would be a great gift for somebody, or just a fun home decor piece for yourself. Bookends. Ooh, I have a lot of books here. Not that I read them, they're all from Goodwill and they're just decorative. But I needed bookends for the books, but I wanted the bookends to be decorative. And I didn't really want, like, marble is a really popular one, but I didn't really think that fit the vibe of what I was going for. Also, they were a little pricier. So I found this bookend that's like a hand, and they're gold hands, and they look so cool, and they look on my books like this, obviously. And they're nice and weighty, not just as bookends, but even if you didn't want to use them as bookends, you could use them as just like a sculptural piece, like a talk to the hand kind of piece. They have a little felt at the bottom, a little strip of felt underneath them, so when you slide them around, the metal doesn't scratch your surface, which I think is a great functional aspect of them. But they just look nice, and they're weighty, and they really do hold my books in place. So these bookends are very, very cute. And they also have another set of bookends. These are kind of cheesy. They literally say book, but they're really simple, black, minimal, and I like them. I like that they said book. And that just felt like really kind of kitschy to me. Normally I don't really like kitschy stuff, but I thought these were cute. So check these out as well. And trays. I scoured the universe. I feel like I had to travel galactically to find freaking coffee table trays. I bought some and had them returned. I went to TJ Maxx, I went to Home Goods, I went to At Home. I scoured the world looking for coffee table trays. I love these. They're nesting trays, so they come in two different sizes. It's a big one and a small one. And they have these nice little gold handles. They're weighty. I love the weight of them. They feel like a much higher quality piece than what I paid for them. And the black inside is like a lacquer. It's like a really shiny black material that I really like. But I can't say enough good things about them. I have one on the coffee table right now, and then I have one on the console table. What I like about trays, just in general, is that trays help group together a bunch of items. So I want our coffee table to be minimal, mainly because we use the coffee table a lot. Our dining table hasn't arrived yet, so we like eat there, and then sometimes I edit videos at the coffee table, and I kind of sit on the floor. So I wanted something that was easy to move. I didn't want to put a bunch of things on the coffee table. So having our books, I have a little gold little bird thing, and then some flowers, all that I can just easily move from the tray, just like without having to like go back to the table again and again. I can just move it all at once, which I really, really like. These trays, oh my god, the trays might be my favorite thing. Ooh, second favorite. My favorite's coming up. It's gonna be the last thing. But these are great trays if you're looking for some trays for your coffee table, your credenza, your console, your nightstand, whatever. Trays are good for all surfaces. Gold birds. These little gold birds are so cute. I wanted to have a gold accent piece on top of the tray because the tray was black and the rim of the tray was gold, and my books on the tray are black as well, and then the vase that I have the flowers in are this frosted white vase. So I wanted just like a teeny tiny splash of gold, and I was trying to find something small, but something that matched our space. Some things were too brassy gold, too white shiny gold, or too big or whatever, but I landed on these little birds, and they're, I don't know, honestly, they're kind of adorable. I got them as kind of a placeholder until I could find what I really liked, but honestly, I think I'm gonna go with the birds because they're just adorable. They come in two sizes. I have one on our bookshelf and I have one on the coffee table. They're just, I don't know, adorable. There's like fun little decorative pieces to have around. I really like them. Last, but definitely not least, is my favorite thing on the list. So it's technically not a home decor item, but it assists with another item. Dimmers. Oh my goodness. I love these. I didn't know how much I would freaking love them, but I really freaking love these things. They're light dimmers and they're plugins. So if you are renting, then you can't just like change your electrical and put in dimmers everywhere in your home. But dimmers make such a huge difference with the vibe of your space. I especially love it when we're watching movies and I kind of want a little bit of light but not too much. Instead of having to flip on and off an overhead light or just turn on the lamp, I can make sure you get dimmable bulbs, because they won't work if your bulbs don't dim, but they're plugins and you plug them into the wall, and then you plug the plug of your lamp into them, and then you kind of control them. It's literally like a little remote control that you just like slide up and slide down, just like a little dimmer. We have two, because I have two lamps behind my sofa in the living room. So we have two, and then we have the controls nestled in between the cushions. So we just reach into the cushion and control it that way. And then I have one on my nightstand. I'm getting two more, but I really like them. I have the black ones because my nightstands that I've ordered are going to be black, and then our console tables are black, so I want them to kind of blend. But dimmers, oh my gosh, I love them so much. I literally have like a little party. When I first got it, I just like flicked the lights on and off forever. If you were outside of my apartment, you probably thought there was like a rave going on in here, because I was just like so excited, a little trigger happy with the dimmers. But dimmers, oh my, they will change your life. I know that sounds really dramatic, and you just haven't tried it. You need to try it. You can't tell me I'm being dramatic until you've tried it. So get you some dimmers, all right? And make sure to get dimmable bulbs too. And that concludes today's video. I hope you guys like all these items that I mentioned. I love them. I personally own all of them. I think that they will definitely add some elegance to your space. Or something fun, like the moon lamp, you know, not elegant per se, but just fun, just adorable, just cute. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button below, okay? Beyonce said, if you like it, you need to put a ring on it. I say, if you like it, you need to subscribe. Okay, so this is my ring, the subscription is my ring, really. So if you like it, then you need to subscribe to it. If you like it, then you need to subscribe to it. I'm a good wife. I cook, I clean. I feel like you're out here and you're playing the field. You're watching all these other channels, but you want to come home to me. And my channel, she gonna hold you down. She has got you, okay? And that's all she wrote. Watch some more videos. They're somewhere on the screen. Bye.